Well, hello there. It's been a while, and I've basically been working really hard on my Christmas novel and stressing out because it kind of actually comes with a deadline. So, like, it's already almost December, and I have a chapter and a half to go, I think, but I think the last chapter is going to be pretty short. I'm going to work on that today. Today, I actually put makeup on because I was like, I'm going to record today and I'm going to make a video. So, yeah, I put this stuff on my face. It's beef tallow and it's got olive oil and shea butter and stuff in it. So I was like, okay, I'll put this on my face. It's also got lavender, so it's pretty. It smells strong and it's right behind my nose. The smell's pretty much gone away. Hopefully I don't break out all over my face for putting beef tallow on my face because I have normally oily skin anyway and it was pretty thick, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm telling you this. It's supposed to snow today. I don't know how much because that's dirty. No, those are clean clothes actually. Right there. But anyway, it's supposed to snow. I don't know how much because it's always like, I don't know, they say 4 to 7 and then you end up getting like 1 inch. So it really depends, especially where we are. The jet stream has a lot to do with where the cutoff is for the snow and stuff. And a lot of times we get cut off and we don't get any, which is fine. It's November. I'm not really ready for snow. I like snow in January because January and February are really boring, like outdoors wise, because it's too cold to go out. So if there's snow, it makes things a little more exciting. However, I think, let's see, I have to have my phone plugged in because it's almost dead. And I think I'm going to sit in front of my light box for a little bit and then I'm going to do a little journaling and then I'm going to hopefully really quickly get done with my story and we'll see how it goes. Pretty quick, I wrote the rest of chapter 27. I think it was around 1100 words, and now I'm transferring it over to my computer. So that leaves me chapter 28, and of course there's an epilogue, but I don't know when I'm going to write the epilogue because I don't want to write the epilogue, although I know people like everything kind of tied up in a neat bow, understandably. And there's probably a few things in the epilogue that I could kind of tie up. But anyway, yeah, my Neo 2 is transferring the data to my laptop. And then I have a very good idea of what needs to happen in chapter 28. I may stand up here and walk around a little bit to get the blood flowing. And then we're just gonna get right into the final chapter. This one I started, I believe, gosh, this one's been in the work for years. It's just been on the back burner. I've had notes and I've understood where the story is going to go and everything for a long time. But actually when I sat down and started writing it was in August. This one's it could be up to 85,000 words. And so that means it took me August, September, October, November. It took me 4 months to do 85,000 words. And that is including editing. So I think this is actually the fastest book I've ever written, maybe, because it's already edited. I did write a 90,000 word book in 3 months, but then that doesn't count all the time I spent editing it. So I want to get faster, but I don't want to compromise quality, so it's definitely a balancing act there. See, it's still sending data. I will check in a little bit later and let you know how the final chapter is going. This is going well. It doesn't seem too hard. So for some reason, when I write on this, I just write faster. My brain goes into la la land and I just start picturing my story better than if I'm like on a laptop or whatever. So I need another little contraption like this that's a little newer, because this one is like, I don't know, 20 years old or so, but it still works. I need to put a new battery in it. That being said, I have got, let's see, 1,000 words into chapter 28. And so chapter 28 is multi-POV. So I did Juliet's point of view, and now Finn came up the, well, I'm not going to say because that's a spoiler. So the next one's going to be Finn, and then I suspect that will be another 1,000 or so words, and then we're going to do Juliet again. So it's going to flip-flop between those two characters, and then we're going to be done. So that means I've written about 2,000 so far, and I have potentially 2,000 to 3,000 more. I'm not going to stop because it is only, I think, around 2 o'clock. I'm not sure. I don't have a clock. But yeah, I feel refreshed. I feel like I can get this done. And I'm very excited to get this one off my chest, because for some reason, I don't know if it's just cumulative stress of everything I have going on in my life or what, but I've been off work now for, this is the 3rd day, and my brain finally feels clear enough to write. So I honestly don't know. Like my normal days, sometimes like Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm still working from home, and I will maybe for several more months. But then Wednesdays through Fridays, I go into work. And so I leave around 7:30 and I don't get home till around 6:30. So I don't mind being at work and I don't mind being in my queue, but it's just, I don't know, it's just tiring, I guess, obviously, because that's a long day. And then I only have like 3 or 4 hours to myself, which really sucks, which is why, yeah, I would love to be able to just write full time and then I could make up my own schedule, but that's not on the horizon anytime soon, I don't think, unless something amazingly unexpected happens. That being said, yeah, I don't know. I was so like worried about writing the end of this for some reason, and it doesn't feel hard now. So sometimes I think I worry about writing more than writing. Like if I just sit down and write, then I'm fine. But then like I will spend days and days worrying about, oh my gosh, I have this chapter to do. I can't do it. I'm so, yeah, just tired basically. So yeah, I don't know how to brain hack that to where I can just write consistently and not have those days in between where I just crash out, like the kids say. Yeah, I don't know how to work around that. If I figure it out, I'll let you know. If I figure out what's going on. It's starting to get a little darker outside, although it's only 3:20, so we still got plenty of time left in the day. But I think it's supposed to start snowing again soon. We've only got a light dusting so far, so I don't think we're gonna get 7 inches, but we might get a couple, so who knows. I just finished 700 more words of chapter 28, and now I've got the last bit here in Juliet's point of view. So I need to sit and think about what I really wanted to accomplish with this very last scene, and I'm not sure I remember everything that I need to wrap up. So I need to do a quick little planning session here, and sorry I'm a little wonky, but yeah, I've got my selfie stick now. I don't know that I have enough to go for 1,000 words for this last part here, but I don't want to rush. I'm kind of thinking I may do a small epilogue and put it with the actual, maybe just call it like a little while later, and do a small little ending to wrap some stuff up, and then do another further in the future epilogue where I will give it to readers if they want to sign up for my newsletter, because I do have ideas for a more lengthy epilogue, and I want to get more people on my newsletter list, because that's my preferred way of staying in contact with readers, because I know, you know, some readers just aren't, they're not interested in this level of detail when it comes to my writing process, which I understand. Some people are just want the stories, and that's totally okay. And if that's you, why are you watching this? Just kidding. Then, yeah, be sure to sign up for my newsletter. It is linked down below in the description box. So, let's see. This probably is going to be one of the last clips. I'm going to sit and do a little brainstorming about what this last scene is going to be, like I said before, and then wish me luck, because the very ending is, for some reason, it's always the hardest. So here I go. All right, I did it. I finished chapter 28, and it was about 700 more words, and I like how it turned out. Endings are hard, because you can't be as descriptive. Everything has to get all wrapped up in nice little bows, in romances at least. So, but I think I pulled it off. And so tomorrow, I think I'm gonna have to edit this very last portion of the story. And then I will start the proofreading process and try to get this thing out by December 10th. Oh, I left out the whole part where I still need to write that little epilogue. So maybe I will sit here and I will map out what I want that small epilogue to be, and maybe the longer one as well, since the story's fresh in my mind. And then I shall wrap up this video. I think I'm done with this video. I'm starting to feel fatigued. As I was sitting here, my foot started going to sleep. I was like, that's not good. Must stand. So circulation wasn't really going to my foot. That's not a good thing, because I'm just sitting. Granted, this chair is not very comfortable, but anyway, yeah, I need to get up on my feet and walk around a little. And yeah, it's freezing outside, so I can't go outside. But it hasn't snowed anymore, so I don't know, are we gonna get snow, or is this one of those times where they were like, oh, 7 inches and then you get none? It happens sometimes. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching if you watched this far. My name is Erin Lucy. I am the author of several sweet romantic comedies, and I have another one coming out in about, well, I don't know when I'm going to publish this, but it's going to be on December 10th, I hope. And it's the 3rd book in my Snowhere to Go series. So yeah, it's a trapped in a snowstorm trope. Quite happy to be done with this trope. Probably won't do it again ever. Although this book was fun, except, you know, it challenged me like any book does. Anyway, yeah, that book's gonna be out soon, and it's called A Snowy Little Christmas, and the main characters are Juliet and Finn, and Finn is rather interesting. I think you're gonna like him, so be patient with him at first, okay? Anyway, again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.